Kidding. Okay, go.
Hi, my name is Gshelton.
ID. Okay, good. And we got 5 people in the audience and me. Okay.
Hi, today I'm doing my informative outline. The topic is Cherokee myths. The purpose is to inform. At the end of my speech, the audience will be able to understand 3 of the Cherokee myths. From the beginning of the Milky Way to the Cherokee Indians live on. Have you ever wondered what it's like to be a Cherokee Indian? Today I'm going to explain to you a few of the myths from the Cherokee tribe. The relevance, of course, is Cherokee Indians have the largest tribal affiliation in the United States. I am a quarter Cherokee Indian on my mother's side of the family. Today I will enlighten you on 3 myths of the Cherokee Nation. These myths include the forming of the mountains, the Milky Way, and the first fire. One of my visual aids is of Indians telling the story to their children of the myths. Those myths, we'll start with the forming of the mountains. In an article according to the first people by the Native American legends, the earth was flat and very soft and wet. The animals were anxious to get down and sent out different birds to see that it was dry, yet there was no place to align. They came back to what was called Galanati. At last it seemed to be time, and they sent a buzzard out to make the land ready for them. He was a great buzzard, and he was the father of the buzzards we see now. He flew over the earth, he went low to the ground, and he found that the earth was soft. When he reached Cherokee country, he was very tired in his wings, so he began to flap, and strike the ground. And wherever his wings struck the ground, there was a valley. It created a valley, and also it turned up mountains from the flapping of the ground. This is what they believe to have created the Great Mountains. This is according to the Legends of America from the first people. They also, when the earth was dry and the animals came down, it was still dark, so they got to the sun, and they set a track to go every day across the island from east to west. It was hot this way, and the Tiskali, the red crawfish, had his shell scorched bright red so that the meat spoiled, and the Cherokee did not eat it. There was another time when they raised it over time, and it was 7 handbreadths high and under the sky arch. And then it was right, and so they left it so. Every day the sun goes along under this arch and returns at night and the upper side of the starting place. We have talked about 2 myths, and now we're going to talk about the Milky Way. What does the Cherokees perceive as the Milky Way? Some people in the South had a corn mill, in which they pounded the corn into the mill. And several mornings when they came to fill it, they noticed that some of the meal had been stolen during the night. They examined the ground and found tracks of a dog. So at night, they started watching to see where the dog came from. He came from the north, and he began to eat the meal out of the bowl, and they sprang out and whipped him. The last myth is regarding the first fire. How did the first fire come about? It was from the Cherokee Heritage, according to an article by Dwayne King. In the beginning, there was no fire, and the world was cold until the thunders who lived up in Galanti sent their lightning and put fire into the bottom of the hollow sycamore tree, which grew on an island. The animals knew it was there because they could see smoke coming out of the top. It was long ago. Every animal could fly and swim, was anxious to go over the fire. The raven offered, and because he was so large and strong, he would surely do the work. He flew high and far across the water and alighted on the sycamore tree. But the heat had scorched all his feathers back, and he was frightened and came back without the fire. This was according to Dwayne King from the Cherokee Heritage. Therefore, a little screech owl named Wahuhu volunteered to go and reach the place safely. But while he was looking down the hollow tree, a blast of hot air came up and nearly burned his eyes. In the conclusion, I have shared many things about the Cherokee myths. Ever wonder how your life would be if you ever grew up on a Cherokee reservation? I found that the forming of the mountains, the Milky Way, and the first fire were more interesting told by the Cherokee Indians than when I was growing up. You should have now a greater respect for the Cherokee Indians and how they view certain things in life sometimes we take for granted. They appreciate their land and their animals, and they treat their animals like great heroes. I will end my speech with a quote. Excuse me. Excuse me. Here's another story of the land. And my quote ends with, "By our peace, our condition has improved in the pursuit of civilized life." Thank you.